Aloha! There was a lot covered today, as there usually is. This video might also contain just a little bit too much information, but if we keep it as we should and say, let's make it a little simpler, everything could be boiled down or deduced down to something that is musical that will just help with this process. When we're in tune, we should be able to play an E major together, but the notes of our strings are the sixth string is the E, the fifth is the A, fourth is the D, third G, second B, and then the first string is the E. The E is the one that is the low and the high, so a lot of chords will have both of them inside. During our process, we go through seeing chords as having four types of sources: major, minor, diminished, and augmented. Each one of those has a different variation on how we change and manipulate the 1-3-5. The 1-3-5 is the system we have that is based out of a 7-note system. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. No matter where we go with that system, it exhibits a whole step, a whole step, a half step, a whole step, a whole step, a whole step, and then another half step. For a total of 2 minor seconds make a major second, 2 more minor seconds make a major second, 1 minor second makes that minor second half step move. We then have 2 minor seconds for a major, 2 minor seconds for a major, 2 minor seconds for a major, and then a minor second for a resolution. The only spaces unto which we have no black key on a piano and every other stringed instrument would be between the B and the C, the E and the F. For some reason, which I could go into explain, has to do with mathematics and changing the piano down to a system of Pythagoras' theorem, all the way down to making Renaissance music and changing the way that we in the Western world hear the octaves. Needless to say, it's a long conversation. But for today, we're just focusing on this. Every chord you know, we're going to play 2 different ways. We're going to play it with what you think about being the correct way to play, an adaptation to that so you can play it to influence other feeling, and then a secondary fingering. Now there might be a little course correction that we might need to do on some of these chords for you, because some people might learn to play a D this way, some people might learn to play a G this way. Everything is okay and acceptable. I would just like to influence us to play these in a certain particular way to enforce muscle memorization and to be able to orchestrate different chords on the guitar. Hence, if you can play a D major like this, I can show you how to move that horizontally, scoot it up, and then put a pinky down to achieve different chords. They sound way different than the D, but we use them because the shape exists within them. So what we do is we realize if I play a B here, an E major here, an A minor here, and a D flat augmented here, they all have a special purpose in music. Not knowing what they are is one thing, but then hearing them and being able to use them is another. We need to walk and crawl before we run and sprint. So right now is the walk and crawl part. And when we get to the sprint part, you will know, because we will be discussing such stuff as, hey, when I take a major chord and have a G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, and then a F sharp diminished and it resolves back into a G major, how do I get the most out of my modes? By using Ionian, which is major, Lydian, which has a raised fourth, Mixolydian, which concentrates on the flat 7, so you could have G7 chords or C7 chords, which utilize the dominant 7. How do I know what a major, minor second, minor third, major fourth, major fifth, minor sixth, and diminished 7th are in correlation to themselves and other chords? And then inevitably, how do I get my fingers to work on the fretboard? Well, our lesson today starts here then, with spider exercises, which is nothing more than putting a finger down, finger down, finger down, finger down, knowing that there are 2 ways to play a chord, either flat or pointy. These are all going to be pointy. Keeping right in between the middle of the fret, we're going to start on our first fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eventually, we're going to move all of our fingers up in this fashion and keep them as close to the fretboard as we can while moving one individual note. Sometimes when we build these later, we'll have like 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2. But these are all just adaptations to the original one. Inevitably, This concept of minor seconds combined with the concept of, I don't know, major seconds, which make whole tone scales, turns into do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, because of that whole step, half step, whole step, half step methodology. Once we have that, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, no matter what key we're in, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. The patterns stay the same, but the notes change. At that point, you and I do our best to stay on the same page, having the same vocabulary words in our tool bag so we can communicate anything all at once. Pick flat on there, boom, 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 boom. Try with all downstrokes, down, 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 and then go right back the same way, down, 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 down. Those all can be done with the spider exercises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can get them at this speed with all these eighth notes, that's great. Or if you want to just slow it down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, anything is acceptable. The only thing I would keep you from doing now is all quarters. Because when you do all quarters at this speed, it gets a little jumbled, and what we want to do is focus on the pickwork of downstrokes. But the concept is to go through the whole process of seeing these all four notes up and down the fretboard. When you get to the top, go back to the bottom. The concept behind this for down, 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 down also helps when you're doing different strings and alternating different methodologies of picking, alternating or economical. Economical would be a down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. The reason why that is when you do 7-note series, if you go down, down, up, that third note, down, down, up, is much easier to get your half step and go down with another. Like that. We'll get into that later, but concentrate on this. Down, 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 down. Then can change to up, 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 up. Keep doing this until you get all of your downs and all of your ups in rhythm. If you can't do it this fast, stay on the same note until they're super constant. Inevitably, I want to get you to where you're doing down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So valid, that's what our spiders should be today. Down, up, 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 down, up. Now remember, if you're not fluid like this, just going up and down the fretboard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4. Then do 1, 2, 3, 4 on each note and move those up individually. That still helps center our hand over here and do this kind of number for the right number of picks on each one's string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna have 16 plucks up and down, which means those 16 plucks are actually 8 eighth notes. And then you go back to the beginning. Those are our spider exercises. For today, we've got 2 chords that are our main chords. A G major and a D major. The reason why we learned how to play it with our first finger on the G string, second finger on the E string, and wrap that third finger around on the B string is because the functionality of moving that D major to a D minor by flattening the F sharp to an F natural feels good because these 2 notes and feelings are actually the same shapes you have in your E major, your A minor. When you get rid of this finger, it makes an A minor 7, which is exactly the same feeling you have when playing a D minor. Hence, the shape that you use will dictate where your fingers want to go in the future. So for this week, try this concept. When I play a G major, there are 3 notes. I'm going to play on the 1. I'm going to lift my hand back up and keep that mechanism going. And each time I go through, I'm not going to play the fretboard, yet I'm going to say rest. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Heck, I even touch my leg when I do my downs. Rest, rest, rest. What you're going to concentrate on is after you play the 1, you're going to play your rest and switch your 1 finger to your 2 finger and play the same note that your 1 finger played, thusly giving you this on the first rest. Your 3rd finger will get the F sharp, thusly on the 3rd rest, and then your pinky will come onto the fretboard for that 4th rest. And then you will have that D major chord for the 1 to do the same thing. Rest, 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 attack. Rest, 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 play. And here's what I guarantee you. By doing this in rhythm, you will establish rhythm for your strumming hand, and you will also be able to have these fingers start to not just layer your fingers on one at a time, but they will all start moving uniformly at the same time as a unit. I guarantee you. Keep with it, keep slow. Here's what it looks like in the key of G, not just D. G, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. All of these have major triads. C major has no sharps and no flats. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. When I want to go to G major and know how many sharps it is, I just go C, D, E, F, G. I now know that G has 1 sharp. That sharp is F sharp. When I play that F sharp, I know that it's an F sharp G, because the F sharp is my note that goes a half step and leads into G major. Here are all the chords for G major. G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor. We're gonna have an F sharp diminish, which you can play a D7. I'll tell you why later. Or first finger on the F sharp, 2nd finger on the C, 3rd finger skips the D string and plays the G string at the 3rd fret, and then we put our pinky back around on the D string at the 4th fret. Nice. Or you could bar up the whole 2nd fret. Play the 2nd and 3rd in order on the A and the D string, and then put the pinky up on the B string. That resolves into a G. For the D major, we would have D major, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor. We could either go back to the A and make it a A7, which resembles our C sharp diminished, or we could go to the C sharp and do the same thing we did for the F sharp. C sharp, bar up that chord, 2nd finger is going to go here on the 5th fret of the D, 5th fret of the B, and then 6th fret of the G, giving us a C sharp diminish, which resolves to a D major. This week, only worry yourself about playing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. These teeter-totters will help us in the future for every single chord. To take this D, scoot it up, and play D sharp or an E flat. When we see that we can play those chords and get an E flat major to a B flat major 7 to an F major to an F major 7, these chords will start to make more sense. But take it slow. For this week, just realize that we've got a D major and a D minor, and then a G major and a G minor. The G minor can also be played by playing the G down here and then playing the D string, G string, and the B string at the 3rd fret. Looks like an A major over the top of a G note, which gives you G minor. Other than that, I really enjoyed seeing you. Next week, we're going to talk a little bit more about building triads, how to see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, diagnose what the 1 is, the root, the tonic, the 2, minor 2nd, the 3, minor 3rd, 4, perfect 4th or the major 4th, 5, perfect 5th or the major 5th, 6 is the minor 6th, which has all the same notes as the root, and then the 7th is either a minor 7th or a major 7th, dictating either major being a major having a major 7th, or major having a dominant 7th. Each one of these is used for a specific purpose, and I cannot wait to show you how. Aloha!